tried it, so you don't have to.
You were the talk of the town.
And I was the talk of the town because Patrick pinches butts.
Butt pincher.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to give you an update on the previous story time I did about the bank and my voice and how I had been refused service. So if we go back to it, I had called because it was about my car loan and just needing the letter to confirm that the payment had been done. And that was back in July of 2019 that I've still been waiting for this letter. So I had called to ask for the third time, I believe, for the letter, and after giving all this important information to verify who I am, I was still refused service because the person couldn't identify who I was over the phone and need me to show ID in person. And 9 times out of 10, it has to do with my voice. She also kept calling me ma'am and would constantly ask me to repeat myself and who I am and my name. So I want to give you a brief update about that. So I ended up reaching out to the VP of Client Service. I sent them an email because I was not going to stand this down. I thought, even if it's not me in the end that's having to continue to deal with this, because luckily I got what I needed, I wanted to make sure that no one else had to go through this. So I reached out to the VP of Client Service and was very fortunate that a senior advisor ended up reaching out to me. So she reached out and said she wanted to schedule a phone chat with me. So we ended up scheduling that, and I was ready. I was ready to explain the situation, to take a stand for it, not put up with any of their excuses, and to stand my ground on how I was treated and how this should be rectified in the future for others. So, ended up having a chat with her. I had to re-explain the situation as she thought I was just mainly complaining about not getting the letter. And I said, that is a reason, but I said, besides the fact of that, I was refused service because of my voice. So I explained how I was continuously asked to give my name, how I answered all these security questions, how I kept being called ma'am, and she was in complete shock. She profusely apologized. She said, I honestly, I don't know what to say. She goes, like you said, in this day and age, no, this shouldn't be happening. I'm so sorry. I'm in complete shock. And I said, yes. I said, I understand that there is fraud out there, but that's why we have these security questions. And if the person is able to answer the security questions, we're to treat that person like they are that person, because if not, and we can just decide who we want to serve and not, then what's the point of having the security questions? I also mentioned that that they were very fortunate that it was me on the other line that was able to handle it quite calmly. And I said, it's very fortunate it wasn't someone transitioning or going through a hard time, because this could have been the last thing to push them over the edge. She agreed with me 100%, continued to profusely apologize, said that she's still in shock by that happening. She also mentioned that what they would be doing is she'd be making some calls after she gets off the phone with me, and she'd be reaching out to the supervisor of the client service section. That way they could pull the phone record, listen in to the call, and if indeed the person treated me the way I'm saying, they would reach out to that person's manager and follow up, explain how their actions are not proper, how they go against their client policies and things like that. And also, if need be, they would bring in HR. I said, I appreciate that. Yes, I would recommend that you please pull the phone record. I said perhaps some training on equity and inclusion and some customer care training should be needed for this agent, as well as perhaps for the rest of the team, so that this doesn't happen to anyone else in the future. She agreed. She said that on top of that, she'd also email me my letter saying that my loan's been paid off and that I will also receive a copy of it in the mail. So got off the phone, and I actually felt quite proud of what ended up happening. I felt that I had someone that actually heard, someone that listened, and someone that actually was going to take action with it. You know what? That's all we want sometimes out of these client service experiences that go bad. We want someone from the organization to listen and to take action. Sometimes we're in the wrong, sometimes we're in the right, but no matter what, you need to listen and you need to take action and look into the matter further. So that's my story time. I hope you guys like the extra update on this story. I'm really happy that it turned out the way it did. And make sure to check me out on Patreon. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.